Customer background. Mr. Siddharth Roy was in desperate need of an equipment loan. Of late, his business had been doing well. However, Mr. Roy had a less than stellar credit record. As a result, the private sector bank that he banked with had refused him a loan. That's when he had approached Galaxy Finance, an NBFC. Hello, Mr. Roy. Radhika worked as a senior sales manager with Galaxy. She had received the inquiry and had set up a meeting with Mr. Roy. As she spoke to Mr. Roy, she realized that his earlier defaults weren't owing to carelessness but were the outcome of the cash flow issues that almost every startup faces. She also recognized that he had learned from his mistakes over the years. Moreover, the improvement in his business finances was a testimony to his improved business management skills. She noticed that his cash flows had begun to look increasingly healthy and that he had a steady stream of business from reputed organizations. He had bid for a major contract and stood to lose if he was unable to prove higher installed capacity. This meant that he urgently required to purchase the necessary machinery, the cost of which was roughly 1 crore rupees. He had estimated that he would require funding of 90 lakhs to procure the required machinery. Despite his current situation, other lending institutions had refused to look beyond his past record. Radhika could sense the desperation in his situation, hemmed in by organizational policies. However, based on preliminary study of his financials, she realized that she would not be able to fund Mr. Roy the entire amount that he was requesting for. This was due to his not so great past credit record and also the relatively small size of his balance sheet. She knew that she would have to explore other means of bridging the shortfall in the amount financed for the customer. We are committed to partnering with you in the best way that we can. She spoke to the customer and informed him that the company was inclined to fund him and that they recognized that his past record was a thing of the past. She said they recognized that all the signs pointed to the fact that the past was not likely to recur. However, based on the organization's policies, a loan of only 75 lakhs could be provided to the customer. A disappointed Mr. Roy began to plead with her. He expressed remorse for past defaults and how he really needed the money. His whole vision for the business would get pushed back by 5 years unless this project went through, he concluded. How to effectively deny a service. The ERA model. Here we introduce the ERA model, which stands for Empathise, Refuse and Alternatives. Let's see how Radhika tackles this service denial.
Good morning, Mr. Roy. I have reviewed all the information at hand on this matter. I want to state upfront that I know what this loan means to you and how you stand to lose a significant bid if you don't receive the money. Also, your records show that you have done your very best to correct your credit history, and I recognize how you have crafted an impressive turnaround for yourself.
Let's stop here for a minute. You would have noticed how the service provider has mirrored the customer's concerns perfectly. They have acknowledged the criticality of the customer situation and predicament and have expressed solidarity with their cause. Empathy is what the E in the ERA stands for, and you have just seen it in action. Let's see what happens next.
As things stand though, Mr. Roy, the equipment loan that we are able to provide you with is Rs 75 lakhs and that the interest rate would be around 15.5%. I'm keenly aware that you require another 15 lakhs of funding. I can assure you that we've scrutinized your case details with a lot of care. That's why I can say to you with all conviction that we're simply not able to furnish you with full eligibility at this time. We'll have to explore other means to raise that money.
That right there was the refusal, the R in the ERA model. You will have noticed how the refusal itself is clearly and unambiguously stated, and the word because is included too. Early experiments conducted by social psychologist Robert Cialdini revealed that people are far more accepting to a reason for an infraction if the word because was used when offering the reason, no matter how silly or irrational.
Other means? Come on, Radhika, we've been over this. You know I'm good for the money. You wouldn't be here talking to me otherwise. You indeed can furnish me with the full eligibility of my equipment loan. It's just not fair, you know it's not. See, I know I haven't been the best debtor ever, but you have seen for yourself how I was a victim of circumstances. Please, Radhika, please help me out here. I don't know who else to turn to. I thought you guys at Galaxy Finance were different. Don't let me down here.
What you've just seen is a customer putting forth a forceful request, one that is not prudent for the service provider to accommodate in its current form.
I hear you, Mr. Roy. We know these funds mean a lot to you here, and I recognize how you've done your very best to run a tight ship. I really do. That's why we are here talking to you. We're committed to doing everything we can to help you succeed.
Since we're dealing with a service refusal where simple workarounds are available, let's look at how the service provider goes about working alternatives, the A in the ERA model, into their service refusal conversation.
I've been thinking about what else we could bring to bear on this situation, and it occurred to me that we do have products that offer collateral-based loans such as loans against gold or property. Is there something you think you could take advantage of?
Come to think of it, I do have investments in gold. I've been investing in gold for years now. My last valuation placed is at about 32 lakhs. Do you think that will help? Again, I'm hesitant to put that on the line. A lot of family heirlooms in there. But if I had to choose, I'd be more comfortable mortgaging the gold.
You know, Mr. Roy, I think that might just do it. A loan against gold product could help you procure the 15 lakhs balance loan amount, which you need to acquire the machinery and show installed capacity, thereby winning that large order you are applying for. And I can understand the hesitation to put ancestral heirlooms on the line. People in my family are equally possessive of old gold. Seeing how astute you are with your finances of late, I doubt the gold would be at any risk. You'll be just fine, Mr. Roy.
And there you have it. That was the ERA model in action for you. The model lends itself particularly well to a situation where the request needs to be denied and where a simple workaround can be proposed. In summary, in situations where a customer request needs to be denied and a simple workaround can be proposed, the ERA model, which stands for Empathise, Refuse and Alternatives, works really well.
Discovered something new? Hit like, share, and subscribe to keep the knowledge flowing.